Good God, look at that. That deer has vitiligo or something. Peter, can you explain this to me?
Astophilos. Stewie, I would better here. Relax, Stewie. That deer has something called Piebaldism. It's a special kind of genetic mutation.
A mutation? Like what the X-Men have? Is it about to shoot lasers from its eyes?
Nah, mutations don't give you superpowers. They're just some changes in an organism's DNA.
DNA, you say? So what does piebald do to an organism exactly?
It affects its phenotype, how an organism looks. It makes patches of fur or skin lighter.
Fascinating, but how does this even happen? That doesn't explain why exactly it looks like that.
It's all about melanocytes. Those are cells that make pigment, but this mutation messes with them.
So the deer's got whack pigment cells. Interesting. What causes it?
A mutation in a KIT or SNE2 gene. KIT helps melanocytes develop, while SNE2 affects early growth.
And what happens to these genes? Do they just take a nap or something?
Sort of. KIT mutations are usually nonsense mutations. Nonsense mutations are when a stop codon is inserted early or late. This mutation stops the protein too early. No bueno!
Codons? What's that? What's a codon?
Say bang, you a line. For go bang, took a tang.
Boom tang tang, toon tang, tigger loogie. Fire the
Bang bang on a diggy.
whipple the pickle tang tang on the.
All right, so codons are a triad of nucleotides that code for a specific amino acid.
Thymine, guanine, cytosine, and uracil, correct? So nonsense mutations are like baking a pie and stopping halfway through, no finished product.
Exactly. No full protein, no melanocyte movement, no pigment where it should be.
And the SNAI2 gene, what's its deal?
Missense mutations, when an amino acid is substituted for another. Basically bad instructions.
Well, that's just careless. What's the process of copying DNA anyway?
That's where transcription comes in. DNA is copied into RNA in the nucleus.
Ah yes, RNA, the single-stranded cousin of DNA. How does this happen?
Enzymes. RNA polymerase unzips DNA and builds a matching RNA strand with nucleotides.
What happens next then?
Well, then, the RNA strand is processed and sent out of the nucleus to the ribosome.
Aha, and then comes translation, turning that RNA into a protein.
Exactly. The ribosome reads the RNA 3 nucleotides at a time. Those are codons, remember?
I remember now. And for each codon, an amino acid gets added to the protein chain.
Right, but mutations can mess this up, and bringing it back, that's what happens with piebald.
A stop codon appears too soon, like a movie ending halfway through.
Precisely. No full protein, no pigment, and boom, piebaldism.
So the deer isn't some monster, just genetically altered. Fascinating.
That's science for you. One little nucleotide goes wrong and boom, nature makes a happy accident.
But what if a mutation happens in another gene? Could it do something different?
Absolutely. Some mutations don't do much, others cause diseases, and some, well, some are just weird.
I see. So piebaldism is just one of those neutral mutations, not good or bad, just different?
Exactly. It doesn't hurt the deer, it just makes it stand out more in the woods.
Nature's way of saying you're unique, but also easier for predators to find.
Yeah, camouflage isn't really its strong suit. But hey, it might impress some lady deer.
Thank you, Peter, for clarifying this interesting mutation.